All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. Hopefully, hopefully we'll get some more folks up in here. It's 9:06. We got folks in here, and yeah, I'm up. I'm up, and normally I wear my headgear. I have my my headgear, my headdress, my chains. Honestly, and I apologize. Oh, and my ship's wheel is back there. It's still here. And thank you, Don Webb. Don Webb reminds us that if you're here, he would appreciate everybody giving a thumbs up. And I appreciate that as well. That's for sure. Because if you're here, we're gonna have a flyby or two. We have a flyby or two. So I want to make sure that all the thumbs are heading up before we get our flybys. And normally I would be ranting and raving and cussing and all this other stuff. Paul, if you can, do it down where it says, I hope you gave me the thumbs up down below as well, but there's actually a thumbs up below the screen where it says thumbs up and share. That's what I meant. I appreciate it for giving me I appreciate you giving me the thumbs up here, but there's like a thumbs up thing below the viewer. Getting back to point, hey, Valerie, love my Valerie. Valerie, the ladies in here, I will be honest, the ladies in here, especially after a tough loss like this, make me feel a hell of a lot better. Because you know when you're hurting inside, and as long as it's not the lady that makes you hurt inside, it's just something that hits with you. Lots of love for my Valerie. Love Valerie. But I had a chance to, because I didn't want to put any windows up because I didn't want this program to slow down. And I also noticed that sometimes when I get the spinning circles of death, not that I want that to happen, but it's an OBS issue. It's not because of the windows I have up. Sometimes OBS crashes for a little bit and it comes back. So Ed Winchell said, well, I think Ed Winchell said we played a good game. Raiders played a good game, just couldn't convert their opportunities. That's well said, Ed. And if you have to go for tonight, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you stopping in. And folks, if you can, let this one run. And the reason why I say that is this: I want to have a good long show tonight. Good night to 1 second, Robert. Trust me, we're going to let Robert call in. I am real close to 4,000 hours. If everybody just lets this show run and just watches for 2 hours, I should probably have it. And I would appreciate that. Lots of hard work, and we're like a subscriber or two from 1,000. And when I get all this done, I'll be so excited because it's a lot of hard work, and I appreciate you, the viewers that have been there for me. I appreciate you being here now, and I appreciate your subscriptions. And make sure it's public, by the way. Like I said, I can't say that enough. Public subscribers, I'll put the word out, and then like I said, for that Marcus Allen helmet, if you're a Raider fan. Now let's say that Robert Bigler would have won the helmet. Unless Robert Bigler has some buddies that are Raiders fans, and let's say he did. Let's say he won the helmet. I would give him the option of having a $50 gift certificate or the Raider helmet, providing that he would give it away as a present to a Raider fan. That's all I'm saying. And Brian said this as well. This was a matter of the Raiders not playing the game they should. And I'm going to go over these things right now. So I have them up on cue cards. And it's this way. It's just it's little pictures on my computer. And when they come up, okay, this was a very tough game. I'm going to start with the stats. Carr threw for 297. Allen threw for 274. Real tight. 2 touchdowns for Allen, 2 for Carr. No picks. And I would also like to say that Derek Carr has actually thrown for over 100 passes this year without a pick. The rushing was tough on both teams. The Buffalo only rushed for 62 yards, and the Raiders rushed for 86. So he beat them rushing. And remember, a lot of those rushes for the Bills was in time when they needed to take the clock off. Okay. 2 of their players had negative yards. That was their quarterback, Josh Allen, and Andre Roberts, who had -3. But, Singletary, who had their touchdown, and McKenzie, who is the really fast kid, was the one that hit it hard. Receiving, like I said, 288 for the Bills, 311 for the Raiders, and everybody got in the act. Waller, 9 for 88, Hunter Renfrow, 5 for 57, and my God, was he awesome, and was Derek Carr awesome on that pass. Hunter Renfrow does not get enough respect. Aguilar, 4 for 44. Zay Jones, 4 for 32. Ingold, 2 for 29, especially that nice long one. Jacobs, 3 for 25. Witten, 2 for 18 and a touchdown. Jalen Richard, 2 for 10 on dumps. And Moreau, 1 for 8. Now here's one pass that would have been Aguilar would have had probably over 100 yards in receiving, or close to it. Mental mistake. Mental mistake. The score at the half should have been tied 17 all. Instead, it was 17-13. Mental mistakes, and I have it in my notes. Mental mistakes, turnovers, and I'm not gonna bag on Derek Carr. I'm not, but I am gonna bag on the fact that he leads the league in fumbles. That is the truth. 4 fumbles this year leads the league, and should have been 5. Had the officials not blown the whistle quick on forward progress, he would have had 5, or another more fumbles that he had. I'm not going to harp on it, but he has got to learn that when he is pressured, he needs to take better care of the ball. That's all I'm going to say. That's stat sheet number 1. Stat sheet number 2. Wait for it to come up. No picks. No kick returns for the Bills. No picks for us, and Richard, two good kick returns, and Hunter Renfrow 1 for 16. The Buffalo punt return was horrendous on our defensive special teams. 38-yard reception, 38-yard return. Carlson was perfect today. 3 for 3, 2 for 2. And Buffalo's kicker missed an extra point. And this is something as well. And I'm trying to do the stats, and I apologize for not seeing all of the comments as they're going by. We made Buffalo punt 3 times. We made Buffalo punt 3 times. Hey, Nick's in here. And I'll get to that. I know Nick will call in. I know Nick is probably watching his Eagles on the other channel. But see, that's the other thing. I'm not even going to talk about scheme. You know, I am going to say this, though. Did you notice that Paul Guenther was upstairs today? He was not upstairs in any other game. I don't know if that's a prelude to anything, but that is a change. That is a change. And I think it's the change that whatever is coming, and it might not be announced, is coming or it's already came. And I don't know if he's on his way out, Marcus, but I'm telling you this. I think that his play calling or his overall capacity is probably going to change. And Valerie says that Gruden said it was for him to get a better look. He needs a better look. I don't know whether if they were to get rid of Guenther, I don't think it would be done this year over the press that they would say we fired Paul Guenther. I don't see it from Gruden. I don't see it. But the bottom line is we made them punt 3 times. We only punted once. And that's important as well. And then this is the other stats, and this is the defensive stats. But did you notice that the yards were about the same for both teams? And again, you give us that 4 points at the end of the first half. Instead of it being 17-13, it's 17-17. This game was to be had. And this is not I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses. I'm giving you what I'm telling you. These are all stats. Eric Harris, when your D-backs and linebackers, okay, Eric Harris had 9 tackles today, 7 solo, and I guess 2 assists. When your safety is your leading tackler, that's a problem. Trayvon Mullen, 7 tackles. Nevin Lawson, 5 tackles. Lamarcus Joyner, 4 tackles. You get this now? Now, I can understand if they're tackling immediately the receiver they're covering, but a lot of times that's not it. Max Crosby had a sack today. Great. And I like this stat too, tackles for loss. Joyner, 2 tackles for loss. Kwiatkowski, 1 tackle for loss. Abram had that wonderful tackle for loss. Crosby had tackle for loss. 6 total tackles for loss. I like that stat. We can go over the Bills defense. Doesn't matter. But those are the stats, and that's just basic. That's just basic. Okay. Mike Sarah says field goals instead of touchdowns. I agree. I agree. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Again, it was hours for the taking. And I think that even Nick would say that this wasn't a stinker. I think that a lot of people thought that this game was going to be a stinker. And it wasn't. It was a very entertaining game. And it was ours for the having. But that's just me. Now, I did put the number, or I should say, I did have the number available. I'm going to put it up. And again, I definitely want to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. I would like for the first caller to be, and only because he asked first, but I would like Robert Bigler to be the first caller, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, I'd like for Robert Bigler to be the first caller. And this is my buddy who's the Chiefs fan, who's I love him to be here because he's respectful. He's not a flaming rectal hemorrhoid, and those flaming rectal hemorrhoids might be back here today. And Homer brought up a good point, and it wasn't unnecessary roughness. It was the fact that it was the leading with the head. That was the call. That was bullshit. That was a bullshit call. And I think that even Nick, Nevada Nick, with his alter ego of Ed Hockley Jr. would agree with me on that one. And there was an unnecessary roughness that was not called when the guy on the Bills threw our guy. I mean, just literally, like after the play was like threw him to the ground, out of play. But it sucked. Let's see who this is. Okay, yeah, it is Rob, and I appreciate Rob calling in. Hey, Rob, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, what's going on, Captain?
Hey, thanks again, and again, folks, this is Robert Bigler, really good guy, a Kansas City Chiefs fan, a well-respected Kansas City Chiefs fan. I don't like the fact that I look like I'm on a. It just I don't like the way that camera looks. Oh, I know why. First off, it's the wrong fucking camera. That's better. Okay, did you see the way it was like off center?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to fix it, but I didn't say nothing about it.
Oh my God, I'm trying to get it fixed. Fuck. Maybe, and I know this looks like that one of those bad movies from Hollywood.
Those what are they, D-rated movies?
Yeah, you know the one where the kids are they're in the fucking woods, and you know they're being chased by people. God damn it! Is that a little better? Ah, fuck. I'll fix it. I'll fix it on the you know. I'll fix it in a minute. Robert, how you doing, brother? Fuck this. Let's get to the real shit, which is talking
I'm
about.
Just sitting here watching the Niners Eagles game.
And what's going on that I haven't seen yet?
Oh, it is 8-7 Eagles. They went for 2 and got it.
Okay.
And then,
okay.
Brandon Ayuk scored the first touchdown for the Niners. So, rookie receiver out of Maryland, I believe.
Yeah, great guy. I mean, so many good receivers this year that came out. And again, we haven't even had our best receivers play a lot for us yet, and it'll be better. No. It'll be better for us when Ruggs is out there and Edwards is out there. And I was hoping that Ruggs was going to be here today. But then again, you know, here's the thing. I'd like for them to be available for Kansas City next week. And I think that we're going to need them because we are going to need to, again, only if the offense can continue to score points and the defense can limit Kansas City, which I don't see happening. I saw it at the beginning of the year, but I can't see it right now. Maybe when Kansas City comes to play at Vegas later this year, maybe that can be fixed by then. But I just don't see it next week.
Because at this point, the way the Chiefs, I mean, it didn't look like the score didn't really reflect it, but the Chiefs manhandled the number one scoring defense in the NFL and did what they wanted on offense at will. Mm-hmm. The Ravens had no answer for that Chiefs offense.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And but I always go to the old adage. It's a division game. It's a hatred game, and sometimes shit happens in hatred games.
Yep.
and
Yes, it does.
that's what I'm counting on. That's what I'm counting on. And like I said,
by the
Chiefs
way,
are tough.
speaking of defense, sorry to
Okay.
interrupt you, but
Oh,
speaking of defenses,
yes, sir.
because this irritated me a little bit earlier. What the fuck's that guy's name? Sorry for the language. Matt what?
Matt Bouchane. Matt Bouchane.
Yeah, okay. Does Matt Bouchane know that the only 3 wins he has are against the number 15, the number 18, and the number 30th ranked defenses in the NFL? Like, come fucking talk shit when your team actually plays a team with defense. Oh, wait, you did that with the Ravens, and you got your ass stomped 36-6. Oh, I forgot about that. But he doesn't bring that one up, does he?
No.
Oh, it's weird how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Like, dude, his team is trash. They have not played anybody good but the Ravens, and they lost.
Right.
Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. That was pissing me off.
Well, and you know what? and the best thing is, folks, that I didn't have to say it. This is Rob, the Kansas City guy, who knows about the other person that we were talking about, which is Matt Bouchane, the Browns fan, otherwise known as a Cleveland Steamer fan. Although the main Steamer had a hell of a game today. He had a hell of a game today. I will give him that.
Yes, he
did. The main Steamer. Yeah, that Dallas, wow.
They're 30th. They're ranked 30th in the NFL.
30th in defense. And they shouldn't have a win.
No. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually kind of hoping I can get back to work sometime this year because there are a lot of Dallas fans in my work, and I just will love to just, squeeze those tightening turns. But again, I digress. It's good hearing from you there on Dallas. What else you got, Rob?
I'll tell you one thing. And everybody's mistake. They keep saying mental mistakes and all that. And I'm not trying to blame it on this, but your guys' secondary is riddled with injuries. Would you have 2 rookies out there to replace a rookie and somebody else? I mean, I get it. Teams got to step up, and you got to have players fill in, but that's hard to do, especially against a team that can score like the Bills can. I mean, what did he have last week? Josh Allen had 400 yards and 5 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, and he didn't have he had like 2. He didn't have 300. He only had like 267, I think, or something like that.
So I mean, yeah, you guys' mental mistakes, fumbles, that killed you. Field goals, not scoring touchdowns, killed you. But you guys having a secondary that's riddled with injuries is also killing you.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. It does hurt. But I will say Nevin Lawson's not a rookie, though. Nevin Lawson's been in the league for a while. But having Arnett as a rookie out, and he was a very promising rookie. I know that Don Webb knows all about him, as he was the better, or I shouldn't say the better, but I'll say the top 2 corners this year were both out of and I love saying it like he
Ohio,
says it, the Ohio State University. So,
hey, do you remember, Captain, who my favorite college football team is?
Would it be
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio State University? Well, you and Don Webb will get along real well. Get with Don Webb in the comments section because he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
That is my family's all from Columbus, Ohio, so that's my favorite college football team.
They take pills for that, right?
That's good.
Were you wearing all Kansas City garb or was it Ohio State garb when I met you on the plane? I know you were dressed in red. I just can't remember which.
No, so I had on my Chiefs shoes, but I had on my and I had a Chiefs hat on.
Yeah,
but then I had an
Ohio.
Yeah, I had a Chris Carter Ohio State jersey on.
That's right. Yeah. So I knew we were going to have a ball talking. And again, I'm respectful because Rob has knowledge. And that's good to see. Now, having said that, Rob, and I appreciate all the kind words. This was a game which was winnable. It was for us, obviously. Yep. And I really want to see the game against the Pats. I think you guys will win convincingly, but
yes,
why is it that game was pushed because one player had COVID? To me, that
because of the rules, you have to test everybody, and they have to come back with 2 negative tests, and that wasn't going to be done by today to clear everybody. So they had to push it.
Well, but everybody else cleared.
Correct, but the team, they weren't sure if that would happen because the team, I think, once somebody's positive, the whole team has to have 2 negative tests in a row for them to be able to clear to be played. I believe is how that goes. So they had to wait to see if everybody on the team's cleared, and now that they cleared, they set it up for Monday night.
Yeah, but see, I firmly and I'm sorry to say this, and this is not on you. But I'm sorry to say this. I really think that the main reason why it was pushed was because it was a quality matchup against the Pats and the Chiefs. And when the Pats quarterback, one player, mind you, one player tests positive, and it's Cam fucking Newton, that there was a little bit of favoritism shown.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, you got the defending Super Bowl champs that are 3-0. Of course they're going to show favoritism to them.
Right.
Who just dominated the Ravens. They're going to show favoritism.
Okay, so and again, folks, this is why I like Rob, because he thinks. He's not some damn a spewer of hatred and bullshit like that person that we were talking about before. But it's great. Now,
also,
go
guys'
ahead.
Scheme, your guys' scheme on offense, you got to start giving the ball to Jacobs more in the passing game.
Yes.
I know you guys have Richard, but Jacobs is supposed to be your guys' guy. I mean, and he can catch out of the backfield. He showed that at Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has soft hands. If you could get him in the open field catching the ball and running the ball, that would open up so many pathways for Darren Waller across the middle and Hunter Renfrow across the middle and set up the play-action rugs deep down the field because they'd have to respect it more.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys got to get him more involved.
And I think they will. I think they will. Is he on your fantasy team?
He is on my fantasy team. I drafted him number 1 overall last year.
I knew it. Said you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. And I'm like, he's got to have him on his fantasy team. I know you.
See, I play in a dynasty league. Where we keep our players, so we draft from the rookies.
Right.
So I took Josh Jacobs number 1 overall. So I was like, get him involved in the pass game. I know he can catch.
Now, Rob.
By the way, congratulations to Derek Carr on the franchise record for touchdowns with 151 in Oakland history, passing the snake. That was very nice.
Yeah, and again,
because what was it? It's what the snake. There was Derek Carr, then the snake, and then was it Macca? No, Macca. Starts with an M. Makovixi, or it was a weird last name like that, like SKI, and then Rich Gannon at 114. This guy had 148. I don't remember his last name.
Wow. I don't know any Raider quarterback with a name that ends in ski. You'll have to
let me look it up.
You'll have to look that one up. I know because LaMonica was there.
Maybe it's LaMonica that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Monica. Just kidding. I was like, I know it had Monica or M or something. I was like, fuck, I know it's an M.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I know it wasn't fucking Marinovich, and that was the only other one that begins with an M. I'm like, no.
So now it goes what? Derek Carr at 151, then the Snake at 150, then LaMonica at 148, and then Gannon at 114. Right.
Right. That's the list right there.
Okay.
And now, are you now? Obviously, I definitely want to hear from you after the game next weekend. Again, I want to see a Raider victory, and no matter what, I know I have to. Not that I'm obliged with my sponsors because I'm my own sponsor, but I do want to see a Raider victory. But I at least want to see a competitive game.
I will tell you this: I will call in next week after the game. I don't know if you're going to like what I have to. I'm not going to talk shit, but I feel like it's about to be an ass whooping. I will tell you that. I don't think your offense can roll with our offense. I think it's going to be bad.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be
But like
something
you said,
inspiring.
it's those division rivals,
Yeah.
And crazy shit happens in those games. You guys always play us tough, except for when you come to Kansas City and play us in the cold because it's 10 degrees.
Yeah. And thank God that's not happening next week.
So
All
will
right.
see. It should be a good game, I think. I think it'll be competitive if you guys can get healthy. So
It will be. Hey, and again, Robert, and I appreciate you coming on. And for those, like I said, if we have a Matt Bouchane sighting in here, you can tell Matt Bouchane in the comments. And actually, if you're staying in here, Rob, and if you can, great. If not, if he makes a sighting for this, you can definitely just go after him. And I won't even have to say a word.
There's one thing that he can't do. There's one thing he can't do to me that he can do to you, and that's talk shit on my team because his team can't hold my team's jockstrap. So,
or if they would,
they'd talk shit on the Chiefs all he wants.
Well, see, it might not be a jockstrap thing. It might just be like a poo-poo thing.
Or that.
There you go. All right.
So,
hey, Rob, thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate you being a avid viewer. And remember, tell your aunt that, anytime with those chocolate chip cookies.
Well, you'll just, when this COVID thing's over, you'll have to come out to another game. And
I will. Yeah. I mean, I like to do that. Maybe I want to see Kaufman for like a Royals game. Because I've always heard about the
beautiful
fountains.
Stadium.
Yes, it'd be a beautiful stadium, and baseball would be great.
Well, Captain, it's always a pleasure. I'm glad to get to talk to you tonight.
All right. Hey, good hearing from you, and I don't even have to knock you out because Jimmy Farrell's going to do that. Thanks again, man.
All right, man. Bye.
Bye. Take care. That was Rob from Kansas City, a great guy, and I didn't even have to put it up. Jimmy Farrell, boy, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on, brother? Jimmy Farrell. James Farrell. This happens. Jimmy Farrell, call back. Sometimes I've noticed that when I have some kinks in the system, Jimmy Farrell was calling. Jimmy Farrell, call back. There's a big turn when I do the one call to the next call. Sometimes they can't hear me or I can't hear them. There it is. Jimmy, can you hear me this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good to go. How you doing tonight, Jimmy? What's going on?
Tough loss.
Tough.
Very tough loss.
I agree.
We need some players back. Especially our offensive line. Because Carr didn't look like he had as much time as Josh Allen did.
Right.
And have you ever seen a year on this team, this franchise, with so many injuries, as much as today's game? It seems like the Raiders players were like dropping like flies. Everybody was getting hurt.
Yeah, and remember though, this is a year without preseason, a year with very little training camp, and obviously no preseason. So you're in the mix, and a lot of times these guys would be saved, but they would have the reps during the week that they're not getting, and it's all around the NFL. It's all around the NFL. So I really it's one of those things where I said it sucks being you, but it's everybody. It sucks being everybody because it's universal around the league for sure.
And these two bullshit calls on us today, the Colton Miller, which I don't know where was he blocking in the back, and this lowering the head by Josh Jacobs.
That I see. What? Yeah.
Where did that come from?
They instituted that over the off season. With the
who gets called on an offensive?
I know.
Penalty?
I know. That one was bullshit.
What are they talking about?
That one is bullshit. And the bad thing is that we would have had like a first down after a very good play by Carr, and it was offsetting. It's like offsetting my ass. It was bullshit.
Oh, that was ridiculous. That
was
too.
Bullshit. Yeah.
But why that play work? Why didn't he use that play again? Why did Gruden use that play again?
Well,
during the game,
I'm sure that he will. I'm sure he will.
He should have. right?
Yeah.
And another thing, where is this great defensive line that everybody's talking about now? I mean, did you see what the only mistake Josh Allen did today? Do you know?
Well, he ran into a sack when he took him out of field goal range.
Right.
Um,
Right. Which that's the way to beat Josh Allen.
mm-hmm.
You beat him like that, you're going to win the game because he gets very happy feet when he gets rushed like that. And speaking of Josh, did you see that play when it was like third and I don't know, maybe 8 or 10, and he just flipped the ball?
Yeah. And that was when he had his left shoulder was
But he
injured.
got hurt.
Right. By
Right.
the way,
Right.
1 second, Jimmy, on this. By the way, we have a Matt Bouchane sighting in the comments section. I don't have to say a word. I don't have to say a word. Okay? A Matt
we
Bouchane
can't say
sighting. You guys can say everything you want against the 3-1 Cleveland Browns. There you go. So go ahead there, brother.
Well, he has every right to say what he wants right now. And
Yeah,
I mean, the last caller, it doesn't matter if you play the number one team, 2, 10, 15. The record shows who you are. That's all that matters.
Against inferior competition, though, I will say that.
Well, a win, Cap, a win is a win. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He can shoot crow all he wants. He's 3-1. We're 2-2 right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's all.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what. I'll take our quality. I'll take our quality of opponents over his any day of the week. That's for sure.
Also, these fumbles have to stop.
Yes.
The same guys. It's Carr. It's Jacobs. It's Waller.
No. Wait. Whoa. It's not. It was said the same guys. I don't recall Darren Waller fumbling the ball any this year. That was a punch. That was a punch out. That was a punch out, and they tell you to do that. They tell you to do that.
But in his career, he has fumbled in crucial drives. He's done it last year.
I don't recall that.
And he's done it. Yeah, he has. I could tell you Josh Jacobs, too. And I don't know, is Josh Jacobs okay? I mean, he got hurt today, but he looked like he was trying to grind it out. He looked like he had a leg problem. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think that Josh Jacobs is playing hurt. I really do. I think he's playing hurt. And
he was hurt last year, too. So that's concerned about him.
Yes. And I was actually glad to see Theo Riddick play today, and I was glad to see him get some quality time. Matt Bouchane, you might want to watch what you write, brother. That's all I'm just saying. I just watch what you write because you're going to be a clown. I'm gonna get rid of you again. But go ahead there, Jimmy.
As far as next week, I don't think we're going to win next week.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win next week. But that's just my. But I want to see a better game.
But I was looking at the schedule. I think we have at least 5 winnable games coming up.
Yeah.
No. I was looking at. I think we can definitely down the road. We can be, 8-win team. If we win 5 in a row if we can. Up to the break. That'll give us 7-3.
Yeah. If we're 2-2 right now, and I can see at least another and it gets easier after Tampa Bay and Kansas City.
And I'm telling you, speaking of schedule, I hate to say this, but I've been hearing a lot of talk up here about the Jets and saying how bad they are, but that game still scares me because we cannot lose that game. His
Yo,
team is
I
really,
agree.
they're worse this year than last year.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have their quarterback now. He's out.
right. Oh,
And
is Darnold out for sure?
yeah, he's out. He's out. Yeah.
For how long?
He's out for 3 weeks, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, he's out for quite some time. And of course, it's always us with these freak accidents on this team. You know, with Edwards. Was it Edwards who had the freak accident that he fell and hurt his finger or something?
Well,
Was that him?
Arnett's the guy.
Arnett?
Arnett. He had a broken finger
Yeah.
from training camp,
Right.
and then last week he fell on it bad again, and that's why he's on the IR for a couple weeks, and that's
Right.
unfortunate. But that's just the way it is there.
And Edwards is out too, right?
Who?
About a month. Edwards?
I don't know how long Edwards is out. I know that he got hurt. He's not on the IR. So unless they put him on the IR today that I didn't know about, but Ruggs is close to coming back.
Right. And Brown is close.
Well, you know what? I want to see what the hell this team can be like with these guys.
And that's another thing with Brown. This trade is starting to look bad because he got hurt last year. He's hurt again this year.
Whoa, Jimmy! We didn't trade for Trent Brown. We signed him as a free agent.
Okay, but it's starting to look bad now. I mean, I'm starting to realize why New England got rid of him.
Right. Well, see, he played one good year with New England. It was a contract year, and we overpaid for him, and that's true. That's true.
Yeah. What about Incognito? Is he out? Is he done?
Incognito is on the IR, which means he's out at least 3 games, and I say at least 3 games, but he has an Achilles injury, which means, that, in my estimation, he's going to be out for at least much long. Well, I don't know much longer, but he's going to be out for much longer.
No.
He's going to be out for much longer.
I mean, I'm watching this offensive line. I mean, Carr has no time. This is why he's fumbling, because he has no time.
See, I disagree there. Derek Carr had a good amount of time today. He did. And for the most part, he was kept clean. Now, granted, he didn't have the entire time, and there was some blitzes that were not picked up. But for the most part, in my estimation, and maybe I'm wrong, and you guys can tell me, I think that Derek Carr has had a good amount of time with the offensive line today. Now, last week with and by the way, Denzel Good playing right tackle played well. A lot of the pressure was coming from the left side with Miller and Simpson, who was a rookie. It was coming from the left. Well, Denzel Good was on the left side today, and he played, again, well. Okay? He played well for Incognito. And, but you can't keep him out all the time. And Derek was running today, which I liked seeing. So, I think that he's played well today. Offensive line was adequate today.
Plus he hasn't got a pick, and he just passed Stabler's record, 151 touchdowns now.
Yes.
Ed Winfield, did you hear that? He just passed the Snake, the Hall of Famer.
Yes. Okay, for most touchdowns as a Raider.
You have nothing against Carr this year so far. Okay, I don't want to hear from Ed about how bad Carr is. All right, this is a different Carr this year. He's got
to learn not to fumble the fucking ball. There, Jimmy. He's got to learn. Yeah, he's got to learn not to fumble the ball.
Yeah. Well, what about this defensive line? I mean, Farrell, he just looks I don't know if he's getting double teamed. And then Hurst, I'm really done with him. I mean, even though he had a block passes this game, I'm not thrilled about him at all. I think this has got to be it for him this year.
Well, we'll see. I mean, the best ability is availability, and Hurst is available, and he's not playing. He's not playing horrendously. Well, you know what? Sometimes it takes 3 years, and I'm gonna throw up a guy. You know, like Nnamdi Asomugha didn't turn it on until his like third year, or his late second year. Cliff Branch was a bust his first year. He was. Sometimes it takes a while for them to get the potential. Now, granted, and by the way, folks, if you're not paying attention to the fucking screen, it says knock out the caller. Okay, so I'm just saying that because Jimmy's been on for 13 and a half minutes, but it just takes sometimes it takes a little while for the potential to be unleashed. And, for somebody to get into that role, and I'm just saying it can be just that.
Do you think it's time to have a phone call with Clowney?
I
think they should.
Well, it depends. I mean, Clowney is not on a. Clowney is on could be on like basically a game-to-game contract because nobody signed him. Now, is he still out there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And,
why not?
Yeah, and I was going to say, okay, Jimmy, I'm gonna let you go because Homer's there, but that's possible.
Okay.
That's possible.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Okay. And we go to Raider Homer, and hopefully Homer can hear me. Okay. Sometimes they can't. Homer, are you there? Yep. Same problem. Homer, you can hear me, right? Can't hear Homer. Homer, call back. Nobody call in. Let Homer call back. Oh, yeah, Clowney plays with the Titans. That's what I thought. I didn't think that he was still available. There you go. Raider Homer, how you doing there, brother? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Tough loss, man. Mental
tough.
mistakes. You said it at the beginning. Mental mistakes, man.
Yep.
That illegal formation really killed that drive. I gotta say, yeah, Carr's got to hold on to the ball, but at least he's moving around, right? He ran for that first down.
I love to see him run today. I loved his runs today.
But look, I think that happened right after that penalty on Josh Jacobs, man. That changed that whole drive right there. That's the kind of shit that happens to us, though, as a team. We always have some kind of mental mistake or a penalty that kills the drive. Like if we'd have had Arnett, we'd have had LaMarcus Joyner got hurt, and then Amik Robertson got burned. Just the injury bug, man. We were getting beat over the head with the baseball bat by the injury bug. But it was pretty competitive, at least, man, Josh Allen, that kid's pretty good, man. But I'm glad he didn't run all over the place. But
I said, the Raiders for the most part, Hot Neil, Homer has not had his 5 minutes, so give Homer at least his 5 minutes before when I start showing knock out the caller. I'm going to give Homer his minimum time. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I mean that's why I put knock out the caller when it's time to knock out the caller, not beforehand. Here's the thing I said. Carr had a good game today. He had like 297 yards. That fumble was, and actually 2 fumbles. He was lucky that the officials.
You saw the backside of that play. He was actually trying to get that ball to Waller. At first, I was like, "What the hell is he doing?" But then they showed it later on in the game where you could see Waller right there. He was actually trying to get that ball to Waller.
I get it, but he's lucky that the officials.
He didn't get called. Yeah,
right.
Oh, yeah.
He's lucky that the officials stopped it as forward progress, because that could have been another.
That's something that can be fixed. The major thing is that he's running the ball. That's what everybody was talking about,
Yeah.
and that's what he's doing.
Again, I
tucking
agree.
that ball, that can be fixed. That's coachable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Derek Carr's not going to want to keep making those mistakes. But the main thing is he's moving around in that pocket, man, running for the first down, chunking the ball. That touchdown pass to Aguilar, that was a beautiful pass.
It was.
And then when he threw it right there to Renfro, and Renfro just jumped up and grabbed it, man, he trusts Renfro. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does. And, it was a really good pass as well to Zay Jones. That was, it was, what is that? 6 inches? At least that's what I tell women. Ha, 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 ha. That's a joke. But it was about 6 inches too short or too long. His hands were too short. I mean, his fingers were on it.
Oh, yeah.
His fingers were on it. But you either put a tiny bit more air underneath it, or it was just that was at least to me that was a touchdown. I think he probably would have been gone. But he just there were a lot of plays that were left on the field, and that's why I'm very happy with they played a really good team. That the Bills are a team that people had as the winners of the AFC least, just like there's the NFC least. If you're in the least, those divisions are the least.
I get it, Captain.
I get it. But you know what? But yeah, Renfro is awesome. Zay Jones played a great game today. Aguilar played a great game today, other than that mental mistake, which cost us 4 points. And the playbook needs to be opened up a bit more. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you gotta, right. I mean, yes, it does, but it's still early in the season. We don't have Ruggs. We don't have Edwards. That's what I'm stoked about right now. It's like, yes, it was frustrating to watch that game, but our guys are injured. Nevin Lawson came in and next man up, right? He played pretty well. They were going after him.
Yeah.
He wasn't terrible, but, the injuries, man, it's killing us. That's going to shut the playbook down. Anytime, every time they gotta keep it Manila when they do that. When you get too many injuries,
yeah. But you know what? I'm hoping that it's not some big thing where Gruden's gonna show Kansas City all of these plays that he's kept back just for them.
Nah,
no.
I don't think so.
Hot Neil, you got to give people their time, brother. Got to give people their time. He's almost up at 6 minutes, but not quite. But you know what? This is a team that can win, and I like I said, right now I'm still on my 10-6 until I see something that really throws me off that. I'm gonna keep on 10-6.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early. 2-2, guys. We knew that this first part of the schedule was going to be tough. You know what I mean? But you never know, right? I don't think we're going to beat the Chiefs either, but you never know. They might be pissed off. You know what I mean? And they might want to go in there and smash people around, and we might get lucky. But it's not likely though. But
it's not likely. But I mean, it's a division game, and again, I'm right now. Right now, I think that the Raiders are going to go into Kansas City, and I just want to see a competitive game. I want to see something that I can go into the bye week for, and be happy that when the Buccaneers come in, and that's what I'm hoping to see, is that there's something that's some positive hope that I can have for the bye week. And the Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers should have lost today by the Chargers. Chargers should be 3-1. Instead, they're 1-3. I'm a firm believer of that. And yes, one of those wins should have been against the Chiefs. Sorry, but they should have beaten the Chiefs. Chiefs should be 3-1. Or they're
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
But we'll see that. On to the Chiefs. Yeah, Andrew Cabral said he's a Pats fan. But that's it. But I think that this was a hard game, but it was winnable. We didn't win it, but I don't. That's why I said I'm not a friggin' jumping up and down, pissed off about everything.
Thank God. God damn, that shit was annoying last week.
Why? Because I was upset about, that it was a different
Well, you
set of
got to remember,
circumstances.
Captain, we have no control over anything except our emotions, right? We got other things to do. Yeah, it sucks to lose, man. It does, but I don't know. For me, man, I just don't feel like. How do I look? Acting all upset and shit, not being able to control my emotions when I'm trying to raise an 11-year-old daughter. You know what I mean?
I
That's
got
how
it.
I look at it.
I got it, and I think maybe the main reason why is because I had my family here this weekend, and so I was.
Oh well, that'd drive anybody crazy.
No. That's why I'm mellow, because I
Oh,
got a chance to see the son, who's actually like I said, he's a Gargler fan, but he was out with his daughter today, and like I said, the daughter is the one I was talking to Sophia about. I think they would make really
okay.
good running mates, going out and doing shit together. But we'll see what happens on that. But no, it was. I saw I saw a good game. I saw a lot of positives today,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we need to, what I tell you what, the one game, and I'm gonna say this, I swear, the one game that we cannot lose is we gotta beat the fucking Buccaneers. Why? Because I live here and I'm not gonna listen
Because
to
I
their
hate them.
bullshit. I hate them, and I
I
gotta
fucking
live
hate
here.
them.
I gotta live here. And it's always better when we beat the Buccaneers. So I I,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean we got to beat the Buccaneers, and we beat them 4 years ago in Tampa, and it's been good because I can always say that you always go on like at least your last game. That's why I want we need to beat the Buccaneers, because I can't stand living in a society where I have to live for 4 fucking years against the Bucks. Hey Homer, thanks for calling in, brother.
Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate it. You taking my call, man. So
All right, always good hearing from you.
likewise.
All right, that was Raider Homer. Good to hear from him, and hopefully, Raider G, are you on the line? Are you good? Yep, same thing again. Raider G, call back, call back, call back. Raider G, it's a matter of when the caller is on and I get a call in. I got it. It's something with the computer. It's something with the computer. Raider G is my next caller because he called in and knocked out Homer, and it didn't show up. So it's definitely got to be an issue. There we go. Raider G, how you doing, brother? What's going on? Raider G.
Whack 'em, sack 'em, crack 'em. He has the #1 Raiders podcast in all of YouTube. He is the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Jack.
I love that, man. Raider G always know how to make me feel good. That's for sure. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing okay, but I'm not calling in this week because I just refuse to let the Las Vegas Raiders let my blood pressure go up. So that's not going to happen. The thing is that there was some promising things that I saw today in the game. The offense looked good first half. Derek Carr reminded me of the Derek Carr of 2016. I saw balls going down the field. I saw him extended plays with his legs. Offensively, we looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Defense stunk right out of the gate. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Last week, I was defending the defense because I was saying that the offense, the defense was on the field for too long because of the offense's inept ability to be able to score in the second half. But it wasn't the case this time because we kicked off to them. So our defense was on the field first, and Buffalo handled us right out of the bat.
Yeah.
So our pass defense stunk. Again, our offense looked promising. I know we didn't have Ruggs. I know we didn't have Edwards today. But you know what? Those are excuses because the thing is, I'm watching the Tampa Bay and the Charger game earlier, and Justin Herbert threw this bomb to a wide receiver who was just moved up from their practice squad. So I don't want to hear about this where both of our rookies were out because I think that I think we were better suited with Zay Jones and Nelson Aguilar today. These two guys are veterans. And at the end of the day, you're professionals. There's only a certain amount of people that are allowed to play on a professional level. So a lot of people take that next man up mentality pretty light, but that's the truth, you know. But offensively, we did some good things today, first half. But again, offensively, second half, we stalled. We didn't score again until a minute and a half left. Because remember, it was 17-16 at halftime. We didn't score again until the last minute and 29 seconds, 30-23. So I'm trying to figure out, Captain, what is it? Why is it that our offense, we played football first half, but we stalled second half? Why is it that our defense doesn't play football second half and appears to get their shit together second half? So as a coaching staff, as an organization, they need to sit down and say, you know what? How can we close this gap? Let's figure this out, because apparently both sides of the ball are not playing in sync. Mm-hmm. One side is playing one half and not the other, and vice versa. Now, of course, the turnovers today, you're not going to win if you have turnovers. I don't care what kind of game, how many yards Derek Carr threw today. You can't have your quarterback turning over the ball 2 weeks in a row like he did. Yeah. Those are killers. I'm not going to blame it all on him, because Waller, for some reason, I don't know where his head was today. He fumbled today.
Yeah,
there's a couple of times.
You know what? That's Waller's fumble is a fumble that they teach the defenders to punch. That is purely something that can be you got to know that is a technique thing, and if you're a receiver, you gotta hold on to that fucker a little bit better to prevent the punch. The punch, you gotta learn to defend that. And somebody said that Waller fumbled last year. I don't recall it. I guess he did, because somebody said, yeah, I remember him fumbling last year. But it's one of those things, that needs to be addressed. And Ryan, it wasn't a penalty per se on Moreau. It was a penalty that, again, they called it on the wrong person. It was Aguilar covering up Moreau, because Moreau was a receiver that should have been open. The penalty was called on Moreau, but it was really on Aguilar because he covered him up. So that's something that didn't get called correctly in my estimation. And that's a mental mistake. That is a mental mistake. Yeah. That was why it was 17-13 at the half when it should have been 17 all. And the Raiders defense gave them a short field after the turnover by Waller, and they ended up getting the touchdown back, at the very end of the game. But the Raiders defense actually played them. And do you have the box score in front of you? I don't. Wait,
no,
let me see.
No, I don't.
See if I have if I have it on the stat sheet that I had here. If I'm not mistaken, let me pull it up. Come on, motherfucker. God dang it. Okay. Yeah. Wrong one. Okay. Yeah. The Raiders scored in the third quarter, and they scored the touchdown in the fourth quarter. But Buffalo was held scoreless the entire third quarter. It was when they got 13 points because the guy missed the kick. Okay. It was really the Raiders' defense pretty much held them in check in the second half. It was the fact that the Raiders gave them that short field, okay, off the Waller touchdown, and then they did let another drive in, but obviously the Raiders got a drive back on that. But I'm going to say that was pretty much a stalemate in the second half. Like I said, we made them punt 3 times. They only made us punt once. So, that's the positive that I'm taking from that. And they got a touchdown on that short field. And I guarantee you that fucking penalty that they called against Jacobs, leading with the head, was way bullshit. Way bullshit.
I agree. It was bullshit. And if you saw John Gruden's post-game press conference, he said that formation that they called Moreau on, they've ran that play many a times in the game, and it wasn't never called once. So it was something that he couldn't understand. But I get your point, Captain, in saying that the defense, we pretty much held them in the third quarter, and that's a good thing. But my thing is, why wait to the second half until you start playing defense? We're not going to win. We're not going to win many games if we keep spotting the opposing team's offense 14, 21 points in the first half, and then all of a sudden the defense decides to get the shit together and wakes up and has some type of epiphany and say, you know what, it's time for us to play football.
Yeah.
And my prediction was 11-5. At this point, I don't even know now. I mean, I may even scale it back, Captain, to what Angela Pacheco was saying. I think her prediction was 7-9 and 8-8. But my thing is, if the offense is not going to score consistently in the second half of games, and the defense is not going to play in the first half of the games, I don't see us winning too many games. Lord knows, I hope I'm wrong, man. Please, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get everything together and the offense and the defense can say, you know what, let's play a complete 4 quarters on all sides of the ball. But today I saw some promising things, but at the end of the day, it's still a loss. It's a game that we could have won. Turnovers, you're not going to win a game against a good team when you lose a turnover battle. It's not going to happen. And that's something that we can't do. Derek Carr has 0 interceptions this year, to my knowledge, but he has 4 fumbles.
Yes.
Turnover's a turnover. You still can't do it, man, especially when it comes crunch time of the game. And you've done it 2 weeks in a row in the second half. But again, I'm not blaming stuff on him because, like I said at the top of this conversation, defense stunk out right from the get. So, hopefully we can get stuff better. I agree with your previous caller. I don't see us winning against Kansas City. I mean, right. Kansas City, they are whipping everybody's ass. And the way our past defense is playing, hell, Captain, me and you can get 9 other guys and go out and score some points against them. Yeah. We just don't look good. We just don't look good pass defensive wise at all. And part of that is because, again, we're not even getting pressure on the quarterback. The one sack that we did get on Allen today, it was because he ran 25 yards behind line of scrimmage trying to make something happen or whatever. But we just hopefully we can get it together, and that's all I pretty much have to say.
Okay. Well, and it's always good hearing from you. Now, I had a question because somebody was saying that we had there was a roughing the passer call. Was that against us? That we roughed the passer we roughed Allen up, or that they roughed up Carr and it was bullshit. I don't. Yeah.
What had happened? So the call that they made against Josh Jacobs, saying that he used his head, that was an offsetting penalty. It was a penalty on us and a penalty on them. The penalty that was on them was a roughing the passer call against Derek Carr. And it clearly was a roughing the passer call. But because Josh Jacobs led with his head in open field, they called that against us. So the referee said that those were offsetting penalties. And I'm like, that is bullshit. Man, I was just so pissed at that play. Captain, it was one play where they said that our left tackle, what's his name, Colton Miller, had blocked in the back. They re-showed the replay. He was nowhere near the defender's back or blocked him in the back. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just some terrible calls. I'm not saying that those calls were the deciding factor in the game, but clearly, man, I mean, they were just awful. And if you really listen to John Gruden's post-game press conference, I mean, he was upset about the calls too, because they weren't even close. The one on Josh Jacobs, that's a new one to me.
Well, it is a new rule, but it's bullshit. It is a new rule, exactly, but it's bullshit.
Yes, right, exactly. I don't think that they've called it, because I think that rule has been in existence for a couple of years or maybe 3 years, and I have never heard them call it yet until today. I've never heard them call it, but I don't know. But hopefully we can get better. It's the first quarter of the season. We're 2-2, so we'll see what happens, buddy. We'll see what happens.
You got it. And like I said, what I want to do is I want to see a good game next week. And I didn't say a win. I want to see a good game next week because obviously Kansas City is the class of the NFL. And I want to see a good game out of the Raiders so that I have something to pin on because the week after that is the bye week. And then the week after that, we're playing Tampa Bay. And damn it, there's one game. There's one game since I live here, this team better fucking win. And that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. That's just me. But I want to see something. I want to see continued ascension by a Raider team, and I think it needs to be done. And it can be done.
I agree.
And hopefully we'll get these guys back.
Yes, and this game, I'll say this and I'll let you go. This game, Gunther was up in the press box.
He was
calling the plays.
Right.
Yeah, and Gruden said in his post-game interview that Gunther wanted to completely see the field. He wanted to communicate better with Kwiatkowski because it was his first game back and everything. And Kwiatkowski, he played a pretty good game today, but the defense has got to get better. I mean, we came out guns a-blazing against the Patriots last week. I mean, putting pressure on the quarterback, stopping the run. We looked good, but we just came out flat today. So hopefully we'll get that turned around. And, if we get a victory, I'll be the happiest man in the world. The world is such a beautiful place, Captain, when the Raiders win, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ain't it?
Yeah,
I don't even want to watch no more football or highlights for the rest of the night when they lose. I'd rather watch Little House on the Prairie
and me
shit like that.
And me. You want to watch me and Laura Ingalls. I get it. You know what else is a good thing to watch after a loss? Go get like a Hustler channel or a Playboy channel or something really, really super hot. And then just say, "Yeah, baby," and then you go to bed. Then you go to bed. And if you have your lady with you, then let's just say that.
Watch. Be like, hey baby, let's make our own video. You know what I'm saying?
You go. There you go, man. You got it, man. But see, if you watch Little House on the Prairie, that might just kind of be like. Watch me, watch something hot, and then take it with the lady. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a good idea, and I would definitely keep that in consideration, Captain.
There you go. Hey, thanks again for calling in, G. Hopefully we get a better game next week.
Yes, sir, buddy. Take care. Talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.
All right, that's Raider G, and we don't need to knock out the caller, which is good because. When we do have a caller come in, then hopefully it'll go right. I can actually listen to him. And Valerie's here. I know Mike Arline and Valerie are been on the Gunther heads need to roll. And I agree. Raider Rich, man, and again. Derek Carr played a decent game today other than the fucking fumbles. He did. Because you talked about I'm going to say this. He threw for 297. 2 touchdowns, no picks. He was sacked twice and both sacks resulted in a fumble, although one was not called. Okay. And again, I normally when he fucks up, I tell you he fucked up. He fucked up on the fumble. He ran out of the pocket when his timing was down or when he didn't have that. Okay. But there it is. Okay. Not today. 297, almost threw for 300. He had more yards than Josh Allen, who threw for 274. And yeah, the pass to Renfro, the pass to Aguilar, which should have been a touchdown. He was zipping it today. This one was not on Carr, other than him fucking fumbling the ball. and he needs to continue to do that. And even Ed Winchell, who is the biggest Carr non-supporter, he's not a hater. He's not a hater. He's a non-supporter of Derek Carr, said this loss was not on Carr. That's Ed Winchell. There you go. Call more screens for use Jacobs more in the passing game. Even Rob Bigler, the Chiefs guy, said that. So it's 10-21. And I'm seeing the back and forth between Ohio State and Clemson. Don't care. Don't care. You know why? Because I'm a Gator. I wasn't there. It's kind of like listening to Miami, was it UM and Ohio State? Somebody got screwed that game. I don't remember who. Don't care. By the way, we have, and I gotta ask because I forget. There's 19 people watching. If you have not given me a thumbs up, please do. And I got my one thumbs down from the person who always does a thumbs down. Don't care about that person either. Can give a rat's ass. Don't care. But if you like what you see, please, underneath the screen where it's on YouTube, there is a thumbs up and a share. Share the show up. We want more people on here. And please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Raiders 24-7. What do you think of Carr post-game presser? He's tired of losing it, that it's got to stop. I didn't see the post-game presser. Sorry. I was calling for life. I was doing other things post-game, and then I went into taking care of this. So I didn't see it. But you know what? This one wasn't on Carr. Aside from the fumbles. I said that. This one wasn't on Carr because Carr did all the things he was supposed to do. Because when they weren't scoring, we at least scored 3. Now, that 3 could have been a 7. I can't remember when we had the 3. Was that the one where I think that was the one where they said we should have probably gone for it, and I agree. And I'm glad we got Steve in here. Steve, how you doing, brother? What's going on tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Captain. How you doing other than the fact that we lost? This is the game that I thought we were going to win, but, you know, you're going to lose some games you should have won and vice versa. What say you about that, Captain?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I saw a lot of positives today. I saw more positives today than I saw last week. Because Omer said that I was just a pain in the ass last week. It's probably because I saw more positives today than I saw last week. And when I get really frustrated over shit like that.
Exactly. Hey, by the way, I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I never called them the Ohio State University. I'm really offended by that. It's like back in the Dale Royal days, you used to see bumper stickers that said the University of Texas.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, and I know you're from that area, so that's good.
Yes, sir. So I was going to say I'm excited they're going to be playing football, October 24th and everything, but I wanted to touch on this before my main point. It was really sad about hearing about Bob Gibson passing away, wasn't it? What a dominant pitcher he was.
Yeah, I tell you, man, Bob Gibson, I mean, when you lose in a matter of weeks, you lose Bob Gibson and Gale Sayers, you know, that were, you know, super, super wonderful players from that era, you know, and right around the same area, you know, Kansas Comet. And I'm not sure where Bob was from, but, you know, obviously being a St. Louis, the dominating pitcher for the Cardinals for so long.
He was. When he was out there, you know, he's going to be throwing some heat, and it was just like, you know, can I get a hit off this guy? You know, he was just a dominant pitcher, and I remember I was a very young child and everything, but I remember saying he had such a presence on the mound. I think they said that they had to, they had to raise the mound or lower the mound or something because he was such a overpowering presence on the field.
I was just going to say that. They changed the rules because of him, because the mound was a lot higher back then. The mountain reminded me of the mound that you used to see in the Charlie Brown cartoons, where there's such a big, such a big mound. They actually did that. Hey, Rich Raider, so good to see you. Rich Raider from Fans in Black, and I'm coming up to Atlanta if all goes as well as planned. So I can't wait to see if all goes as planned. I will be in Atlanta if I'm back at work. So I hope to see you up there, Rich. I'm sorry, Steve. I digress. But there it is. It's like Bob Gibson, great player that he was, and may him and his family have some solace. Rest in peace for sure.
I know they lost a couple. Didn't they lose one or two other key figureheads from that era and everything? Besides Gibson, they lost another one. Was it Lou Brock that just passed away as well?
Right, and also Ron Peronowski, who was the Dodgers pitching coach, was lost today or yesterday or today, and I remember him. Great, very good player with the. I think he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and he was like a stalwart portion of the Brooklyn Dodgers and became a Dodgers pitching coach later in the years. He was actually responsible for Fernando Valenzuela and the guy who had the record for most the consecutive shutout innings, Oral Hershiser. So yeah, Hershiser and Valenzuela were definitely proteges. And they are prodigies, so I would have been correct there as well, of both Ron Peronowski. So may he rest in peace as well. I think he was like in the mid to late 80s too.
I know. There's rest in peace to him as well. My dad, right after he got out of college, he moved to Brooklyn, worked for Nationwide Insurance and everything. Of course, he was able to go to the old historic Ebbets Field and everything. It's funny when you talk to people they go back to the Dodgers all the way back from the Brooklyn days. And you talk to them and you say, hey, were you a Dodgers fan when they went out west? Almost to a person. I was going to say almost to a man. No, you could say almost to a man and a woman. They say, no, once the Dodgers left, that was it. They became Mets fans. That was when the divorce was final for a lot of them.
Right. Hey, Doc Cabral, Steve's got got at least a minute or two. So Doc Cabral, call back in a little bit. He was a little bit, he was on you there, Steve. So go ahead. Go ahead, brother. You got about a minute or so.
Okay, I was going to say, what did you think about, did they make adjustments? Can you tell me why in the past Gunther wouldn't make adjustments? That just irritates the hell out of me. I mean, this is a high school coach would make adjustments at halftime. Something's not working, scrap it, move on to something else. It's called you're evolving with the game. If you can't run your same, it'd be like NASA saying, we're going to shoot a space missile up and everything, and we're just going to run that same trajectory no matter what the situation is. This is our plan.
Right. And, here's the thing is that they said that it was because, and this is according to Valerie, Valerie said that Gruden said it was because of he wanted to have a better view of Kwiatkowski. I'm not sure. But you know what? Honestly, the defense didn't play bad today at times. At times. Now, they got their butts chewed from the beginning, okay? And, there it is. I got your gator bait right here there, brother. Don's calling for the gator bait. But you know what? They didn't play bad at times. So, again, they got to do something about the way that the players are playing. The players are missing entirely too many tackles. They're out of position. So that has to be taken care of.
Right. I have one last comment before I go, if I could. He mentioned everything that the Raiders haven't played well in December up in Kansas City. Well, I was at that game January 2nd, 2010, and I really froze my butt off practically. Where your long johns and everything else. The Raiders went up there and kicked the Chiefs' ass, 31-10. There was no doubt after the second half about who was going to win that game. So, there's nothing personal against Chiefs fans and everything. I think actually our biggest rival is the Denver Broncos. I might be wrong on that one, but to say that we never played good in December, yeah, we don't play good in cold weather games, and that's the part we need to work on. And believe me, I'm a big Derek Carr fan as well. I want nothing but the best for him and everything, being the third year of their system. And this, as you know, this is now the start of the Raider week up in Kansas City. What do you think our chances of winning this game are? Do you think slim and none, or do you think we have a fighter's chance, or just we have too many injuries and we're like the MASH unit out there? What say you, Captain?
I'm thinking I wouldn't say it's slim to none, but it's slim. It's slim.
It's tough to say that, I know.
Yeah, it's slim. I will say that. And while I'm talking to you, Steve, hang on a second, because I'm being goaded. I'm being goaded by some people over here. So I got to take this off of my. Which camera am I on? Am I on this one? There you go. Okay. I need to. What's this? This is a football trophy. Florida 41, Ohio State 14. Florida 41, Ohio State 14. Here's another trophy. Okay, it has a basketball on it. It says Florida 84, Ohio State 75. Florida 84, Ohio State 85. And I put them together. Okay? I put them together for everybody here that is the Ohio State fans, just showing you, don't fuck with my Gators. There you go. I'm sorry there. I had to show it because I was looking in the comments. And just wanted to remind people that the Ohio State University's record against Florida is in championship games is 0-3.
Captain, you know what? One last thing.
I was
watching it. I was on my lunch break and everything, hitting work today, and I was watching. If only the Cowboys went ahead. 2 plays later, they decided that instead of kicking deep, they kicked it short, and then the next play after that, Beckham ran off that run, and I'm just they were praising the Cowboys so much, and within 2 plays they lost the lead, and then they had the Leon Lett moment where they were kicking the field goal, as you know, Cleveland, and then the guy from the Cowboys, touches the ball or blocks the ball, and then a couple of Cowboys were like, stay away, and then the Leon Lett guy, he came over and touched the ball, next thing you know, they're kicking it, doing the old the holy roller play, and then the guy fell on it. I thought, this is history repeats itself. I was laughing my what off watching the Cowboys self-destruct within 2 plays. It was awesome.
Okay. Oh, and I needed to say good night, Valerie, because Valerie's about ready. I love Valerie, so we need to say goodbye to Valerie. And thank you for calling in as well, Steve. I wanted to make sure.
I appreciate good health to you and everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. And let us go get them.
All right. Thanks again, partner. You take care.
You take care. God bless. Bye.
All right. That's I almost said Ohio State Steve. It's Houston Steve, who is from that area. So I wouldn't be. It's not too. I mean, I wouldn't be out of saying it's he's an Ohio State guy. Anyway, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh, by the way, they won't be playing that song anymore. Da 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 Gator bait. Da 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 Gator bait. You know why? I think we talked about this earlier this year. They found it offensive. Racially. And the guy who started the Gator bait chant was black. True story. The guy who came up with the moniker, hey, if you're not a Gator, you must be Gator bait. Guy's black. But they not doing that chant. Anyway, Robert Bigler says, game from 2010, you guys haven't beat us in cold weather game in a decade. It's been a while. It's been a while. I think the last time I remember beating Kansas City in a cold weather game was when it was the last game against the Chiefs, and we were 7-8, and we beat you to get to 8-8. It was Gruden's second year. So whenever that was, it's been a while. Now I don't know whether that was the last time we beat you in Kansas City, but it's been a while. It's been a while. Line is open, 813-609-0834, 813-609-0834. Yeah, it's been, in fact, somebody can look at that. I can look, you know what, I will look here while there's I'll look here in Google. See, Chiefs, Raiders, history. There we go. And this is a really good not wiki. There's a database. There you go. Okay, this has all of the games. No, fuck, this is not the right one. Chiefs, Raiders, fuck. Chiefs, Raiders. Yeah, I know Chiefs have won 67 times, Raiders have won 53 times. Head to head. There you go. I know head to head has it. There we go. Pro Football Reference. Head to head. Okay. Here it is. Head to head. And let's see here. Kansas City Chiefs. That's not the right fucking thing I wanted to watch. Head to head. Records. Okay. All games. I had the wrong thing. Okay. All games. Okay. Here it is. All games. Now I'm going to go back. Let's see. The last time at Kansas City, the last time we beat Kansas City at Kansas City was 2012. Okay, yeah. 2012. This is from the database. October 28th. So, 2012. 8 years ago. Beat them, Kansas City, 26-16. And that's from the profootballreference.com. So there it is. profootballreference.com. 2012. Last time. So that's 8 years ago. Been close to a decade, not quite a decade though. Lines open 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. ProFootballReference.com. Box scores. Head to head. All games. At Kansas City. Last time we won at Kansas City, and I would call October 28th a cold weather game. 2012. And funny, actually, the year prior to that was we beat them on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2011. And then that same year, January 2nd, 2011, we beat them 31-10. And 2011, now 2010 we lost. Oh no, we won. So at 2010 we beat Kansas City 23-20. Is that at Kansas City? No, it doesn't say it can't. No, we beat. No, it does say at Kansas City. Okay, 2009 we won. So like I said, I can quote everything here. Line is open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. It's 10:40, and thank you for giving me the thumbs up. I appreciate everybody being here watching. I said that, Robert. I said that. Didn't I say that? 2012. October 13th. Oh no, that was 2012, October 28th. I said that. I got it, Rob. I was just talking about that. I actually looked. Well, before it was on there. Oh, you were looking it up. Okay, well, thanks for looking. Line is open. That got some thumbs up. I like that. If you like the fact that we've beaten Kansas, and I went through it, we beat them 3 years in a row, too. If you like what you see, thumbs it up. I appreciate it. Thanks for the shares. We got 15 minutes. I can have a call. I wish Valerie would have called. Brian could call. Ryan can call. Hollywood definitely. Hollywood! Don Webb, call. Chris usually is at work though. But if Chris isn't at work, he can call. And so I wish Valerie was still here. I miss Valerie already. Am I getting anyway? Yeah, I know. Mike. Somebody always gives me a thumbs down. I call them the flyby. There's somebody that comes over here and gives me a thumbs down and leaves. It's okay. It just happens. And there was actually a Bills Mafia person on here. I wish they would have called. Cav Jack, we are here. We aren't going anywhere. Bucks. I'm okay. I noticed that, and this is something I also noticed, was that I think the Gators went from number 3 to number 4. Was it AP? AP rankings 2020. Or that's the latest college football rankings, right? Because I know we were 3rd yesterday, and I think now we're number 4. Yeah. Georgia went in front of us. Yeah. We flip-flopped. That's okay. I mean, here, Clemson number 1. Then you have Bama, Georgia, Florida, 2, 3, 4. 5 is Notre Dame. I know that Jason Dean Hunter will be happy about that. Then 6, who's that? Oh, it's Ohio State. 6. Florida, 4. Ohio State, 6. Florida, 4. Ohio State, 6. Florida, 4. Ohio State, 6. Just saying. Just saying. Line is open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Thanks for the thumbs up. Like KC for 16 years and we'll be a Raider toe. There you go. Thank you there, Rod. You guys can call in. You guys can call in. Screw the Chiefs. Don't like the team, but Rob Bigler is a good guy, and I think we all have grown that we can talk to Rob because he's not just some person that that spews bullshit. It's 10:45 Eastern, and again, I appreciate everybody for being here. Or if we're not going to have Mike Arline, please, you can call in. And I appreciate the thumbs ups, and I appreciate the calls in. I'd like to have one more call before we leave tonight, and this way I can I'll have the last caller. Shout out from Mexico, Raider Nation. Thank you there, Rod. Last true cold win in Arrowhead was in 2011. But wasn't 2012 October? Let's go back to the history books again. 2011 was December, was the Christmas Eve game. 2012 was October 28th. That's still kind of cold. Granted, it's not Christmas Eve cold, but it's cold. Let's do this. Average temperature Average temperature, Kansas City, October 28th. Let's see what it says. Average weather in October, Kansas City, Missouri. See what it says. October 28th. Average temperature. Let's see what it says. According to this, the average temperature, or I should say the low is 54, average low. It's not real bad, but if I look at this line down here, it's like right above freezing. Oh no, okay, I take it back. No, it's about 40. So it's still, I would definitely say that the Christmas Eve game was a lot colder. Captains, well, I just looked it up, Nick. Oh, and you're still here. Thanks, thank you, Nick. Nick can call in if you want to do the last call. And Matt, thanks for being here. Again, Matt, as long as you're not a dick, you're a dick, I'm gonna get rid of you. But because I'm just gonna say it. Lines open 813-699-0834. By the way, tomorrow I will be on Coach Muddle's show. That is at 6:00 p.m. Eastern. Facebook. Go to In the Huddle with Coach Muddle. It'll be myself, Coach Muddle, and Nevada Nick. Nevada Nick, how'd you do this weekend on your bets? And I was just doing my stuff as like a producer. I'm my own one-man band. All right, okay, Rob. Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up, and we'll hear from Robert next week after the Raider Chiefs game. No, Matt, I'm not being cold. I'm just saying. I let you back because you said that you apologized. You did. You apologized, and you asked for another shot back. I'm being very straight. Being very straight. Oh, and Brian says something which I really can't wait for is, again, the Vision series start tomorrow. So we'll talk about that. Remember, Coach Muddle on Facebook, and then on Tuesday night and Wednesday night, it'll be myself with Angela over there on the, I think it's this week it's on her YouTube channel. So it'll be on the For Life R Raider story. For Life R Raider story. Make sure you go over there. And obviously, Homer was in here earlier, so you can hang out with Homer. So there's lots of good things that we have here, and I do this because I enjoy doing it. JT just said something about the Niners having a cupcake schedule. What is the score? Is it really something that bad? Wait, let's see what the score is. Eagles at Niners, and of course it's a commercial. Wish the games were at night and not one. Yeah, I know. Oh, we got a call. Good. All right, you know what? I'm glad it's here. We are just in time, and I'm glad that it's and we didn't miss it. It is the Pittsburgh Report with Jared. Jared, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you.
Good. How you doing tonight, Captain Jack? What's going on?
Not bad. Excuse me. I was like, it's like, wow, where's Jared? Oh, by the way, Jared, I had a waiter that for the meal that I had for my son. He was from Pittsburgh.
Nice.
And his name is Jarrett, not Jared. Not Jared. Yeah. But I told him, I said, hey, there's a guy that calls into my show, and he does the Pittsburgh report from Jared. And so, so hopefully I'll have another guy from Pittsburgh call in. So it'll be Jared and Jarrett. So
there you go.
We'll have to differentiate between the two of you. But we know when it's you, though, because we get the Pittsburgh report from you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, and we saw tonight, however, the Heat, Howard, and Jimmy Butler, let's just say, kind of put their foot right in the Lakers' backside, at least on this night, as Jimmy Butler had 40 points on the night. Howard, a triple-double game for him. He had an impressive night. The Lakers kind of wilted a little bit late in the game, obviously, tonight, Howard. So, unfortunately, the Heat are now back to within a game, Howard, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, Tuesday night game number 4. Right now, it's still 14-11, San Francisco with 9:50 to go. I will say this, Howard. I think I came close yet again, however, for the second week in a row with what I was saying about the score, 31-17. It was only 30-23, but I will give them credit. They did hang with them today, but just a couple hiccups here and there. But you know what? I'm not going to judge them. I think they played fine, Howard. They played the best they could. At least it wasn't something like you saw out in Los Angeles with the Rams and Giant game, especially at the end of the game with Ramsey and Tate fighting. And you know there's going to be fines coming out of that.
Now, enlighten me again about what you're talking about, the fines for the Rams-Giants.
Golden Tate and Jalen Ramsey got into a little tiff at the end of the game today between the Giants and Rams in SoFi, and apparently there was a little brawl that occurred, however. So there was a little ugly incident with both teams, so it's going to be a very interesting matter to see whether or not, however, there'll be fines coming out of it. But what really cheeses me off more than anything, however, and I'll get into the golf thing here in a minute, is what happened yesterday. Okay, Oklahoma lost Iowa State. That doesn't upset me that much, although that was a tough loss to see Oklahoma lose 2 back-to-back Big 12 games. What really cheesed me off was last night in Georgia with the Georgia-Auburn game. You had 25,000 people there supposedly in Athens, and they beat Auburn, which was nice to see. But again, the fans didn't care. It was like, look what happened in Memphis with SMU and Memphis earlier in the day. What does that tell you? I mean, the Georgia fans were not using common sense last night.
Yeah, there was quite. I don't know whether did you see my post on Facebook from last night?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to check it out in a little bit. I will check it out.
Yeah, the bottom line is that when my son came over for like his birthday dinner, and we took him out for dinner, and that's where I met the guy from Pittsburgh named Jarrett. And afterward, I said, "Hey, do you want to do anything for your birthday?" He goes, "Well, let's go to Dave and Buster's." And I'm like, "Okay, let's go to Dave and Buster's." We went to Dave and Buster's, and it was a fucking zoo of what do you call it, like a petri dish of fucking COVID?
Yeah, I know he's on. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I sat at the bar because there was like a plenty of space. So I sat in the middle of the bar, and then all of a sudden, these fucking kids. Now, granted, they were 21 years old, but they're still fucking kids to me. Bitch sits right next to me, that basically breathing on my fucking shoulder.
Jeez.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Unbelievable.
So I get my drink, and I take the drink, and I finish it. I try to start walking around because I wanted to leave my son and his daughter some room, to go have out and play games. And it's a fucking zoo. So I walked around, saw him, and say, "Hey, I'm going to try to find a place to sit again," and I ended up, I tried to get a table, and then one of the tables in the bar opened up again, but it was a table, so it was a little bit away from people, and of course I ordered some like hot dog pretzel thingies, and I just finished, but I can eat, but only because I wanted to at least give the waiter some money, because I don't want to sit at a table and not eat or drink anything. That's just bad form. But the amount of people that were there, I don't care if everybody was wearing a mask, because they were. It was a fucking petri dish of fucking COVID bullshit. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. Could not get out of there fast enough.
Yeah,
so, but horrible.
Well, the important thing is you're okay, though, and like I said, I can imagine how crazy it was last night. But looking ahead, though, at the golf story, however, obviously the big story in golf, I mean, the Sanderson Championship in Jackson, Mississippi, however, today, Sergio Garcia is your big winner. He shoots a final round 67, however, and he holds off 2 unknown golfers, but one of the golfers that was in the top 10, obviously, was Keegan Bradley. I mean, He can shoot the 73 yesterday, he shoots the 69 today, but Sergio goes 66 and 67. And the thing about Sergio is, however, he ends up birding the final hole to win this damn tournament. Go figure.
Nice.
So he comes up big today. But yeah, next week, however, they got the Shriners Championship out there at Summerlin, however. Then in 2 weeks, however, they'll be at the CG Cup, however. And then the Zozo, however, in Thousand Oaks. So those are your next 3 weeks as far as the tournaments go, however, what's happening in the PGA. But I don't think we're going to see Tiger at this point. Maybe, if we're lucky, maybe until possibly the Houston Open. And then, of course, the week after is the Masters. But I'm looking here from the end of the year, however. I think he's going to maybe, if he's lucky, play maybe 3 more tournaments the rest of the way. Obviously, Augusta's one of them being before Thanksgiving. I think he'll maybe play at the Zozo because he's the defending champion. Obviously, after winning in Japan a year ago. And the only other tournament I could see him playing right now could be the one in early December in Mexico. Other than that, Howard, I mean, nothing else is going to happen, Howard, because they're off after the tournament in Mexico until right at the first of the new year in Hawaii.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, how many majors is he behind Nicholas?
Oh,
I know he's still behind him.
I don't think he's too. I still think he has a few ways to go.
Right. I think he's about 5, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I still think that Nicholas will retain that. I mean, he lost too many years, and more power to him. Him winning the major last year, and I'm really happy because golf's a lot better when Tiger is there. But I don't think he's going to catch Jack. No,
he might. I mean, he might win if he's lucky. Maybe win one more green jacket. But like I said again, think about it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously in November, and who knows what the weather will be like in Augusta by then.
Right. It'll be different. Definitely be different.
But, of course, tomorrow night we got 2 Monday night games, however. We got the baseball playoffs tomorrow, however. Obviously, Houston and the A's at 4. Of course, the Rays and the Yanks at 8 o'clock. And what's so weird, and I was telling this to Eddie Winchell yesterday, what's weird is the Astros and the A's play supposedly now, Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, it's going to be 10 o'clock in the morning out there. Then they have to fly all the way from Oakland to Houston, obviously, however, to take care of the Game 3 the next day.
Whoa. No. I thought that they were playing all in like they were playing in Texas, and it was in like, because I know that the Rays and the Yankees are playing in San Diego, and that so they're in their like bubble, in their bubble cities for these games.
Okay, I have not heard that. Okay, that's news to me. I'm not sure. Let me just check it.
So they're actually the A's are playing at Houston. If they're playing in Houston, they actually got the home field advantage basically.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see what happens, as they say.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. They're in their quote unquote their bubble cities. So
okay.
So it's not that they're flying out. They're all playing like the same place for like 5 days in a row.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll be in touch with you probably Tuesday or Wednesday, however, because, like I said, we got some good news coming up with our family. We might be getting a new dog soon. We're keeping our fingers crossed for that. So we'll see what happens there.
Well, here, let me see. I'll do the online. So you see I don't know if you can see them, but they're definitely crossed for you.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out, and I'll be in touch with you this week.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and Eddie Winchell says the A's are playing at Dodger Stadium. So yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Then he's right. Then. Yep.
Yeah. So they're in their bubble city. So yeah, they're not going anywhere.
Okay. So then it's not done. Okay. So then that makes sense. Then. Okay.
All right. Hey, thanks again, there, brother. Appreciate you calling in.
Yeah.
All right. So that is it's 11 o'clock. Talk about on the tick. So I appreciate everybody being here, and thank you for joining with me. I think that. For the folks that are here, if you were here and you were watching, hopefully I have the last of the hours I need for YouTube. Hopefully, and then within 1 or 2 more people, I'll have all of the subscribers I need, and I appreciate that. Remember, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, public subscribers. They're in the running for the Marcus Allen helmet. Now, if the winner is not a Raiders fan, I will ask them, do they know any Raiders fans that they're going to give it as a present, or because I'm not going to give a Raiders helmet to a non-Raiders fan unless there's like somebody in their family that is really a Raiders fan. I'm not going to do it. I'll give them like the $50 gift certificate. And then I will hold the Raiders helmet again for like another, 100 subscribers or something. But, I want to give this helmet away. But join me, like I said, with Angela on Tuesday and Wednesday night. What the fuck are we talking about? That'll be 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific over on her YouTube channel this week. And remember, Coach Muddle, I'll be on with Coach Muddle. Coach Muddle this week, and can't wait to do that. And again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate your views. Do appreciate your thumbs up. Put the word out. I want to get some more callers in here. The folks that don't get a chance to call all the time, but new faces. And thank you for all your comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you there, Ed Winchell. And love being here. Like I said, I just wish we had more people to talk to that are new. It's a personal thing, but we'll get there eventually. Y'all take care. Have a great week. Can't wait for the baseball playoffs. Hey, Thor finally popped in. Thor, how you doing? Popped in at the very end. Did you just come in, Thor? I'm about ready to end the show. I'm sorry, I didn't do it deliberately, but this is the outtake. Thanks for the thumbs up, Thor, for being here. Make sure that I said that you're watching For Life, Our Raider Story. I already said that. Good night to everybody. Good night to Raider Homer, Thor, Mike, Sarah, Ed Winchell, Brian, Ryan Downs. Good seeing you as well. Matt Bouchane, thanks for coming back. Robert Bigler, as I said, Nevada Nick. Again with Coach Funnel, Rob Gass. Chris Donitz, Mike Carline. Who else is in here tonight? Raider Rich Raider, actually. Hollywood. And Don Webb was here. Valerie, love Valerie. Dalen Morales from the Bills Mafia. Thank you for being in here. And all the Ohio State shit is fun. Anyway, if I'm missing some people, Lance Sanfilippo was in here. I didn't see that. So Chris Donnet, Brian. I miss. See Hollywood? Yeah, Mike Caroline. Yeah. Trying to go through here. Rich Raider or Raider Rich. Wow. Marcos Guzman and other folks. Again, if I didn't say your name, apologies. Thanks for being here. We'll see you Thursday for my show. Tuesday and Wednesday with Angela on her channel. Coach Muddle all this week, Monday through Thursday this week. We'll see everybody. Thanks again for being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Put the word out. Get the word out. Want to see more people. See ya!